guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video, and we have to look at my boy, Gohan. So, Dragon Ball Superhero has dropped. It is crazy, right? You know, Gohan, we have base Gohan, Super Saiyan Gohan, Ultimate Gohan, and then, of course, his new form, Final Gohan, all sort of happening in the movie. I think Dokkan Legends, a lot of these Dragon Ball games are going to explode soon once these characters are added into the games, of course, right? You know, dude, even like Xenoverse, you know, and stuff like that. I feel like we're probably going to see these movie characters sooner rather than later. And of course, the main prize right now is going to be Gohan. Now, we're going to take a look. We're going to do sort of like a full, like, Gohan team, kind of like the evolution of Gohan team. I've done a few of these throughout the past. Not recently, but kind of, you know, just taking a look at all the different various forms Gohan has taken. I'll probably do another one of these as well once Final Gohan actually officially releases in Dokkan. I think it might only be a matter of weeks until we see that actually happen, right? I'm pumped. Oh, by the way, yeah, of course, SCR Ultimate Gohan has a slightly better leader skill, but my GOAT, of course. We have got to show the respect to the Double Tech Gohan team. Now, who knows, right? Okay, so a lot of people have sort of talked about this first Gohan right here. Actually, this kind of sucks. Android 19 is going to hard counter us right here, unfortunately. But a lot of people have talked about this Gohan, and they think that he potentially could be an LR. I don't think so because of the potential system. I know you could say, like, oh, well, Goku Jr. and Vegeta Jr., they were messed up on JP when they first dropped. They were only at 3,000 of stats, right? But that truly was an error which was rectified. I do think this Gohan is just going to be a TUR. I think he's going to transform, you know, in his TUR into Super Saiyan, is what I expect to see from this guy, right? So, we'll have him attack first. It's going to be funny because we're not actually going to do any damage to Android 19. Remember, Android 19 and 20, the first two fights of this stage, absorb it. So, Gohan's super attack is not that crazy, right? It's just kind of like a generic P-Blast. But the thing about it is they did add, you know, a little bit of the rain. This is only an SSR of a free-to-play unit. Just based off of the spectacle, like, of, you know, some of Ultimate Gohan's fight, and then, of course, you know, when we see Final Gohan, you know, like, the moves he does, how good he looks. I just cannot wait. I think these characters in Dokkan are just gonna look so crazy. Because it's like, the other thing, too, is, you know, a lot of people talk about sort of, like, spoilers when it comes to, like, Dragon Ball Super and stuff like that. It's kind of an RIP to the community, though, because, you know, Toei, they don't do a worldwide release, right? Like, right when everything drops. So what that means is that basically no one... how do I want to word this? No one in the gacha community, like, if you play Dokkan, if you follow Dokkan on the daily, like, talking about spoilers seems very foolish to me, because you're going to be getting it from Dokkan itself, Legends, all this stuff, right? Like, it's like, when does the movie come out? I think it's like August 19th. At least I know, I think in the US it comes out on August 19th, right? But, like, Dokkan is gonna have, like, the biggest, like, moment of the movie in-game. Like, I feel like it's gonna be on Twitter, potentially, within, like, 2 weeks or something. I think the only way we don't see, like, Final Gohan in Dokkan within the next 2 weeks or something like that is if Dokkan is not allowed to put him in, right? Because as of right now, right, besides actually seeing it in the film, there's no, like, scans of Final Gohan and Cell Max and Orange Piccolo and all these characters. They're not actually, like, in any promotional material. They're not in trailers. They're not in any scans from V-Jump or Shonen Jump, right? Like, none of that stuff, right? So, you know, who knows if, like, these games, Dokkan Legends, stuff like that, might have to wait until... I don't know who's making that decision. Probably Toei, right? Until Toei decides to sort of, like, release the... Like the characters like that. I did see earlier today that one situation that might have been a bit similar was actually Resurrection F. Although, I mean, they showed a lot of the stuff prior, but I guess apparently Blue Vegeta was not shown a lot in, like, promotional material and stuff like that prior to the movie, right? So, you know, it was like after the movie released, right around then is when I think the Blue Vegeta's like, you know, kind of like the original like concept art by Toriyama and all that stuff was actually put in V-Jump in preparation because, you know, they were going to be releasing figures of him. But I don't know about these Dragon Ball Super characters, right? These Dragon Ball Super superhero characters. So we will see. That would be such a bummer, right? Like if Dokkan and Legends and stuff like that can't use these characters so fast, right? I feel like it's not out of the realm of possibility too. You know, because of the fact that these characters have not really been like hyped in promotional material, that maybe even like putting them in the games, like the games, you know, Toei might not want to do. So, I mean, we'll see, because they definitely do have the power to just tell them no, right? But the thing is keep in mind that Dokkan and Legends, man, they would have known about these characters months in advance, because, you know, never forget, UI Goku was ready to go, like the day Goku originally goes Ultra Instinct in the anime, and then the day UI Goku goes, you know, Mastered Ultra Instinct, you know, UI Goku released on both of those first days. You know, Vegito Blue was out, you know, 2 days after his episode or whatever the hell it ended up being, right? So there's just sort of a lot of situations like that, right, where Dokkan has dropped stuff very fast. If we compare things to the Broly movie, right, like if the timing was the same as the Broly movie, it would be like, you know, like 11 days from now or something like that where the characters would come out. I don't think the timing is going to be exactly the same as the Broly movie, because the timing there lined things up perfectly for New Year's, right, to release Blue Gogeta and Full Power Dragon Ball Super Broly on New Year's. I don't think we're going to see the same sort of thing, though, here, because like right now Dokkan's already sort of like in the middle of the Resurrection F celebration on JP. I mean, I call it a Resurrection F celebration very loosely, right? There's like almost nothing in the celebration. The celebration is so goddamn bare bones. Actually thinking about how bare bones the celebration is, it's like, dude, they gotta just be maximizing. I will be very salty if the animations for the movie characters are not just like absolutely insane. I really will be, because it's like they've had so much time, I think, to sort of like tighten up, you know, any like sort of like loose ends or like rough edges or anything like that. So I expect all this movie stuff, like, you know, once we get the big characters again, you know, Cell Max, Gamma 1 and 2, Orange Piccolo, Ultimate Piccolo, you know, Final Gohan, all these characters, I do expect that they're going to be very clean and look very good. There is a lot of characters overall that they can do, right? Because it's like, you know, Fat Gotenks shows up in the movie, which would be very good, right? You know, to potentially get like another fusion buff, or, you know, just like a movie hero character, something, right? Like anything like that certainly can be very helpful. Getting a big character like that here. Let's go ahead and transform into Tech Ultimate Gohan right here. Oh, if we actually could take damage, we could transform with EGL LR Gohan, but I don't think we'll be taking damage in here. So it's like, you know, Fat Gotenks would be a nice character for them to add in, right? Because currently the only Fat Gotenks we have in game is the one. I mean, it would definitely be a new named character, right? Because like I don't what would they call Goten and Trunks, and then this Fat Gotenks? They would probably call it like Teen, right? I assume is what they would call it. What is Fat Gotenks' name in Dokkan currently? Let me look that up. So Fat Gotenks is Gotenks Failure A is his name. There's no like teen or youth or anything like that. So I wonder if it would be like you know, Gotenks Failure A teen or something. That'll definitely be interesting to see, right? Exactly how they're gonna sort of like set that up. Because it's like he's definitely gonna have a different name, right? Because Goten and Trunks are a lot older. Like they actually have finally started growing in Dragon Ball Super Superhero compared to, you know, the Universal Survival arc and stuff like that. I mean, it is a little weird because Trunks, right, in the Tournament of Power, is at, like, the Tournament of Power era. Trunks is the same age as the Trunks who goes Super Saiyan when Future Gohan dies in the original Future. That's how old, you know, Kid Trunks is during the Universal Survival Saga. So, you know, Dragon Ball Super Superhero is taking place after that, taking place after the Broly movie. Supposedly, it takes place after the Moro arc and the Granola arc as well, right? So it's like all that stuff has happened. So, you know, it's at least got to be minimum of 1 year after the Universal Survival Saga, but I think it's very possible that it could be more years than just 1 year after the TOP, right? So, you know, they're definitely old enough that I could definitely see them giving it a new name, because a new named character is always very exciting, right? Because then, you know, you have more options to link some of these teams together. Like the Namekian team, I'm not going to say like, oh, the Namekian team's about to be top tier or anything like that, but I mean, it could, right? Like, because they could give us 3 new Piccolos. They could give us Ultimate Piccolo, Orange Piccolo, and then Orange Piccolo Giant, since he does do the Giant form as well. So we could easily see all of that happen. That would be really, really interesting, too, if that happened, right? If we were able to get like all those Namekian characters. And it's like, you look at what happened with the Ginyu Force team and how good the Ginyu Force team was made. So would it really be that shocking if, like, they just made the Namekian team solid? They really could, right? Because it's like, you look at the power of a lot of these modern characters. Let's not count Raditz, and let's not count Int Angel Golden Frieza. I think those two are very underwhelming compared to all the other releases around them, right? You just take those two out of it, and, you know, all the modern units are very, very powerful, right? So, you know, again, if they gave us 3 separate Piccolos that could be used together, the Namekian team could potentially be a firepower. Like, it really could. I mean, we know Hybrids is probably going to be crazy. The one thing that's going to be interesting, though, it's going to matter how many Dokkan Fests are dropped, right? Because, you know, any Dokkan Fest that Dokkan does, we know that those are going to be the 200% leader skill characters, right? So it's like, I do feel like Orange Piccolo could be a Dokkan Fest. I feel like Gamma 1 and 2 could be a Dokkan Fest. Cell Max could be a Dokkan Fest, right? I think with Gamma 1 and 2, it's like them individually, probably not. But I think if they're like a combo card, I do easily think they could be worth a Dokkan Fest, which would be really interesting to see, right? You know, because there's so many categories in the game, and there's so many good characters still left that don't have access to 200% leader skills, right? A lot of the fusion characters that are not on Kamehameha don't have 200%. Characters like Namek Goku, LR Future Gohan and Trunks, you know, Hit and God Goku, right? Like, you go down the line, Kid Buu, LR Janemba, there's a lot of really good characters right now who do not have 200% leader skills or good teams. So, you know, they could really make some of these leader skills very interesting from the Dragon Ball Super Superhero stuff. So, let me know what you guys think of our boy Gohan, and then, of course, all the Dragon Ball Super Superhero goodness. The movie definitely seems like it turned out very fire, and going to be a lot of exciting new toys to play with in a lot of the games. You know, Dragon Ball Super is a vehicle to get merch out there, and it definitely looks like they did the job. So, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.